I'm starting to work on the right hand mud shield, and the first area of rust I need to look at is this one. Now the hole is there, but there's also another small hole down here near the rolled edge, so I need to take it all the way to there. Up here there is a very thin area, so once again I need to chop that out, and on the other side of that is the reinforcing flange, so I've got to duplicate that as well. So I'll start with this one, and at this stage I'll make up a repair section oversize, and I'll start with making the small flange. Now it's only a fairly shallow curve, so that shouldn't be too hard. I just need to make up a forming block, and I'll start that piece first. I've formed up all of the repair sections and tacked them in place. Each one of these repair sections has a reinforcing flange on the back, which is around the whole edge there, all up to there. At this stage everything's okay, no deformity. What I'm now going to do is to start to weld the pieces in place. I'll start with this one, and then probably progress around that way. So once this is done, this mud shield will be completed. So this mud shield is now finished. All the welds are done, the panel's straightened. I've also drilled the holes that I'd cut out. One down on the corner there. They all line up with the flanges, so they're all okay. So now I'll be moving on to the flanges. That'll be the last of the rust in the bonnet. Now this piece is finished. A section on the end here, another section on there. I've just finished cleaning up the welds, drilled the bolt holes, so that one's now complete, and I'll move on to the next one. Now this one still has to be cleaned off a bit, so I've got a bit of undercoat to remove. There is some rust. Once I've removed all of this, I'll see if there's any more rust holes or any thinning of the metal. So I'll just clean this up and see what I've got to do with it. I've cleaned this up, and apart from the obvious hole which was there's another one in there, but once again it's the thinning of the metal that's the problem. The metal is thin along these edges, same in the edges there. So I've looked at whether I take one piece out or two. Two pieces would be something like this, and then that around there, but even with that there's a little bit of thinning right on the edge. So what I've decided to do is to take the whole piece out, and that's quite a significant piece of the flange. The choice I've got is to remake it. Not my preferred choice. What I'll do initially is to see if I can repair it. Now it's probably 40% replacement. I've made a general rule: if it's over 50%, I'll look at either replacing it or fabricating it. So at this stage it's still within the parameters I've set for repair. So I'll give a go at repair. I'll make it the larger piece and see how I go. Quite a large patch, but saved me trying to replicate the flange there. Tacked in place okay. One small blowout but that will pick up with the TIG weld. So I'll now TIG weld in place, straighten it up, and then see how I go from there. This one's now complete. I've just re-drilled the holes and checked that it fits against the mud shield. It does, so that's good. I've just killed this off with phosphoric. That's why the strange colours on there. And I'll just put that aside and move on to the next pieces. Now these two flanges are damaged in the same general area. Around here I'm going to have to take a section out around there, and on this one I'm going to have to probably take off the whole end there because it's also gone in the flange on the other side. So the first thing to do is to take these plates off. Then I can work out exactly where I've got to cut, and I'll eventually weld those back on. But this stage, a fair bit of work to do. So first of all, take these off, make the patterns, and then make up the repair sections. Two more headlight flanges completed. These are all repaired. Drilled the new holes. Haven't put the plates on the other side yet. I'm still cleaning those up to make sure there's no rust behind them. So I'll put those on when that's done. So they're complete. So that's two more out of the way. This is also one of the headlight flanges. There are actually 4 in total. I've repaired 2. The damage on this, the flange itself is pretty good along most of its length. Might be a little bit of a problem on the ends, not on this one but certainly the other one. There is a hole on this end and thinning around the edges like there. So not too much on that one. This one's got similar problems. Once again, most of the flange is okay, except with a section at the end here and a small section in there. And once again, thinning around the edges here. So I've got to look at how I'll repair those. So this is probably be the worst one. I'm pretty sure I can repair it, but it'll just take a little bit more effort than the other one. Anyway, I'll get stuck into that now. I've got some forms ready to go, and the flanges, though, I'm only going to be doing very small sections, so that shouldn't be too difficult. This piece is now finished. Repair in there, and repair on the end here. Also made a new tab. Haven't welded that on yet. I'll do that once I've actually fitted it into the bonnet, so I'll make sure everything's properly aligned. The other one, the other side, same sort of repair in here, in there. It didn't need as much, so also made the tab on the end. So they're now finished. Put those in the actual bucket I've got on the end of the table there. Now up to doing this one. This is ready to start welding it in place. So I've got the repair section done. A little bit of filing to do. A little bit of filing in there, so I'll do that. Then I'll tack this in place. clean up the weld, drill the holes. There's a hole there. So that's quite a reasonable repair to do. So a little bit of work to do yet, but that will soon be done.